Dear Professor Guns, I'm so happy to have the precious opportunity to study in your research group. Today I will introduce myself from 4 aspects: the introduction, practical experience, research work, and the future plan. I'm a student in Jilin University, which ranked top 10 in China. These are some pictures of my campus. This building is the National Laboratory of Automotive Simulation and Control. My domestic supervisor is Mike Ma. He is not only the professor in Jilin University, but also the SAE Fellow and the Vice President of Visita. My research interests cover connected and autonomous vehicle, advanced vehicle control. It is very honored to serve as main participant in a provincial research project named Cooperative Driving based on coupling control of connected and autonomous vehicle platoon. I have 6 papers and 8 patents. Also, during the 6 years in Jilin University, I won many scholarships, especially the National Scholarship and the National Encouragement Scholarship. About the practical experience, I want to share some things with you. When I was undergraduate student, I created the G-Speed team with other students to participate in Formula Student Electric China and won the 7th place in our first competition. This is the advertisement video of this year's car. The 3D printer is used to build some components, and this is the transmission system and the leader of this group. Carbon fiber is also used to decrease the weight. The suspension, the braking system, and even the electrical system are all designed and built by ourselves. We also design BMS. G-Speed feels need of speed. In the first year of my graduate study, I was arranged to develop intelligent self-packing system. During the following 6 months, I developed an algorithm to detect the packing space, size, and location. This is a video of self-packing system. When the vehicle drives through this packing space, the size and location is measured by the onboard sensor. If space is big enough, and the vehicle will stop and plans the trajectory to achieve packing. Now it starts. The speed a little slow. You can see the 2 steps algorithm is used in this scenario. Now it finishes successfully. I also take part in CubeNet transit system. This video was taken on an exhibition a few months ago, and there are only 1 demo car in the 2. We plan to build about 20 cars and establish several routes in Hangzhou, as shown in this map. As a consequence, the multi-vehicle control is very important in this program. especially the merging control algorithm. What's more, I took part in the Visita Summit in November 2018, and the theme of the conference is vehicle connectivity, which is very close to my research interest. Most participants come from foreign countries, such as the director of the Michigan Department of Transportation and the president of Toyota. I also have the chance to join the roundtable discussion with other experts. Another one is Automotive Innovation, the first English academic journal of China's automobile industry. I'm employed as assistant editor to do some daily work. We have successfully published 6 issues until now. You are also welcome to submit your paper on this journal. About my research work, I began to do research on connected vehicle 1 year ago and wrote some papers. I'm here to introduce my papers to you. This is the first paper I wrote about Pantone. Honestly speaking, there are some limitations. This paper is accepted by SAE International Annual Conference. I could have given a speech on the conference. Unfortunately, I missed the deadline because of my visa application. This paper mainly focuses on the topological communication structure, and I analyzed these 6 typical structures. The graph theory is used to analyze the stability of the Pantone system. One thing worth mentioning is that this high-dimensional expression can be simplified to this 3-dimensional one, and it can be proved that when the C meets this requirement, the Pantone is stable. And the control gain of this system is modified by LQR method. Another highlight of this paper is that I make all eigenvalues the same by changing the checking matrix, and the simulation shows that the modified Pantone has better performance of comfort while the following error is controlled in reasonable range. Another paper is about strength stability. In this paper, 2-layer structure is used in this paper, and the controller gain is optimized in the top layer to calculate the desired acceleration, and the bottom layer is designed to follow the trajectory. 2 control objectives are considered in this paper. The first one is the following objective. After comparing the advantage and disadvantage of these 3 control methods, we decided to use the constant time hardware, and the control input is calculated by the following arrow of the acceleration, velocity, displacement. Another one is system objectives, just means the strength stability of the Pantone. The controller gain is optimized to guarantee the strength stability, and this paper gives the boundaries constraint of the Kp, Kv just in this expression with different Ka. We find when the Ka is selected as 0.5, the boundary reaches peak, so 0.5 is used in this paper. As for another 2 control gain, Kp, Kv, they have to be located in the gray area, and also the LQR method is used to optimize these 2 control gain. The simulation results are carried out in 3 different scenarios: velocity changes with disturbance, non-zero initial situation, and the highway situation. It shows that the controller describes the disturbance and a quickly stable system. Smaller space error and high traffic efficiency can also be achieved. I have submitted this paper to the IEEE Transactions of Vehicular Technology. The latest paper is about merging control in highway on-ramp, finished about 1 month ago. In this paper, I arranged the vehicle as a point and ignore the influence of lateral dynamic of vehicle. This paper mainly includes these three components. At first, I determine the merging sequence by the potential arrival time to the merging point. Of course, it's very simple, but I plan to design a most suitable algorithm to determine the merging sequence in the future research. Then the trajectory of the merging vehicle and the lag vehicle is optimized by the Hamilton method. The trajectory will lead the merging vehicle arrives at the merging point at a suitable time, and a sufficient gap will be created. At last, I decided the platoon control strategy to follow the trajectory, which is very similar to the above two paper. In this paper, I simulated a special scenario in which an on-ramp vehicle wants to cut into the mainline platoon. This sixth picture shows the trajectory tracking performance of the control policies proposed in this paper, and these three pictures show the acceleration, velocity, and displacement of the vehicles in the cooperative area. It shows that the on-ramp vehicle cut into the platoon successfully without collision. My research plan for the following 2 years is based on my previous work and must make some improvements. It will be studied as application on multi-vehicle cooperative merging control based on V2X communication. As for the traditional lane change control, the system only controls the subject vehicle and changes the line only when the gap is big enough. But this assumption is quite different from the real situation, especially in this scenario. So I will decide the top layer to decide the merging sequence, and just means where and where to merge. And in the middle layer, I will control the subject vehicle and the lag vehicle respectively. And the bottom layer includes the longitudinal control and the lateral control to assure trajectory tracking. The merging scenario can be described as a non-cooperative game. The subject vehicle wants to merge into the desired line and assure higher speed or avoid collision in the initial line. But the lag vehicle in the desired line have two choices. One, decelerate to create a gap for the subject vehicle, or ignores the requirement of the merging. I will pay more attention to the human-like game theory. The game considers the relative place between vehicles, comfort of the lag vehicle in the desired line, and the distance to the end, just for the on-ramp scenario. The cut-in point will optimize by minimizing the payoff to a function to assure lane change. The NG sim data will also be used for the calibration of the game model. In the middle layer, there are three dynamic models have to be designed: the lane change model, regular car following model, and the yield car following model. In the lane change model, it has to ensure the safety. I propose some situation, and the cost function should be defined by comfort or even the traffic efficiency. Based on the constraint and the cost function, the trajectory can be optimized in this form. As for the regular car following model, is similar to the CACC control, and it is designed to follow the preceding vehicle or freeway speed. And last is the yield car following model. It is designed to create a sufficient gap for the margin. In this model, smaller gap is acceptable. The last one is trajectory checking. One of my colleagues has done some research about adaptive MPC control. The main advantage of this method is that it can ensure the control performance no matter how the speed is changed. I will follow his way to improve this system. This is my research plan, and I would make some adjustment to it according to the requirements of the project you have. At the end, I want to say thanks. Thank you very much. It means a lot to me to study under your supervision. Certainly, I will cherish this precious opportunity and do my best to make more contributions. Thanks.